Welcome back to the C Morning Show, everyone. We're now entering the final hour of our show, and here in this next discussion on Sports Talk, we will discuss the results of the 2024 AFC Under-23 Asia Cup match between Jordan and Indonesia, where the Indonesian national team made history by qualifying from the group stage after a convincing 4-1 victory last night. Now, in addition, Indonesia now still has an opportunity to earn a ticket to the Paris Olympics, although it might not be an easy path. Now, to talk more about the recent success of this young Garuda squad, we're welcoming back friend of the program and my personal friend as well, Jerry Arvino, to discuss this further. Hi, man. Welcome back.
Good to have you. Yes.
Good news.
Good. Yeah, good news.
Our last prediction didn't go so well.
Yeah.
But since then, Indonesia has been on a tear.
Yeah. We lost against Qatar.
Yes.
With a controversial referee.
Oh, yeah. That's
people
still,
said,
that's still
right?
everywhere.
But we won over Australia and Jordan.
Yes.
That's kind of surprising because I predicted 4 points.
Yeah.
But we got 6 points.
Yeah. So again, we didn't know. First of all, Australia was a huge surprise for me. I didn't expect, but the margin, the scoreline was much bigger in this match against Jordan. Mm-hmm. So first of all, let me get your take on last night's match. And what do you think is the factor behind our young Garuda squad after losing to Qatar, playing so much better in the next 2 matches?
Yeah, Indonesia needs only 1 point from a draw to confirm a place in the last 8. To heading into this game, but still start strong with an aggressive approach, launching attack from flanks, and good to see how we retain and recover possession after losing the ball, playing quick transition, low block, exploiting space, pressing collectively, and many said that Indonesia are well organized, well drilled, well developed, and Abdullah bin Khalifa Stadium, man. It's a special place for Indonesia because we won over Vietnam in the Asian Cup senior team and versus Australia and Jordan. I hope we can play in this stadium every match.
You mentioned as well that in Qatar we have a special contingent of supporters that come out as well. Perhaps that plays a big factor in it.
Yeah. Ultras Garuda Qatar. Yes.
So now we saw them face Qatar, Australia, Jordan in the group stage. What areas, I mean, obviously we're playing better and better, but what areas do you think Indonesia can still make some improvements?
Yeah, last time I came here, I said we need to be more prolific.
Yes.
Yeah, in front of the goal. Yeah, so we have to finish better and more clinical. And what we saw in the last 2 matches against Australia and Jordan, especially Jordan, we improve.
No wasted chances.
Yeah, no wasted chances. And the second and third goal last night was really beautiful and impressive teamwork with a delightful finishing touch. And also, Pratama Arhan's trademark long throw, man. It's the deadliest long throw in Asia. And another assist from him. And but Indonesia needs to improve because we used to put up a fierce fight before lapse in concentration, consistency in execution, and awareness to the game. So we have few days to improve, heading to quarterfinal versus Korea or Japan.
Okay, let's talk about that since you brought it up. We'll be facing either South Korea or Japan. We'll wait until where they finish in their group, either 1 or 2.
But tonight.
Tonight, rather. But either way, it's not going to be an easy fight. It's going to be very difficult either way. So tell me, what do you think about Indonesia's potential next 2 opponents?
Yeah, next 2 opponent?
Well, one of the 2 possible opponents, either Japan or South Korea.
I don't really know. Yeah, because they both teams won 2 of their 2 games.
Correct.
So I don't know. They will calculate maybe the potential matchup. Qatar or Indonesia, maybe they can see Qatar is the host, so they will choose Indonesia, so they have to win the game.
Right.
But it's 50-50 game for me.
Okay.
So we don't know yet until that's it. So but I think we can't pick opponent now because either Japan and Korea, they both are really strong. They have qualified for every Olympics since 1996.
My goodness.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's regular team there. So it's gonna be tough. But yeah, we don't know, because after we accomplish the target by qualifying to the knockout round, let's aim to create more history.
Okay.
I mean, to be the top 3 to guarantee a place in Paris Olympics, because why not?
So we've made the final 8, and it'll be the top 3 that will guaranteed a spot to the Olympics, and the 4th finisher you mentioned earlier will have to face a winner.
African representative.
Correct. Okay.
Guinea.
Okay, so let's talk about head coach Shin Tae-yong.
Yeah.
He made some very bold predictions coming into this group stage, and many people did not believe, like a lot of people said, wow, those are some very high goals to set for yourself, and he made them come true. What do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to shift any of his tactics looking ahead into the knockout rounds, or do you think he's going to maintain his course? What do you think he's going to do? Because it's very hard to predict a lot of times.
Yeah, he's a historical coach, because he said that, the target is to qualify to knockout round, and he said himself, we can go to top 4.
Wow.
Yeah, very confident.
Yes.
Very confident. And but I think Indonesia would use the quite similar approach by using five defender formation in the starting lineup. As we saw in the match against Jordan, Indonesia still maintained the starting 11 until 70th minute, and the strategy has produced brilliant result. But Nathan Cho on. He needs to go back to Holland, to Netherlands, because the permit of the club is only 1 week.
Team obligation.
Team obligation. So maybe it's gonna change a bit.
How big of a loss is that for us?
Because since the last time, since he came, we won 2 games.
Right. So you bring a little bit of luck and a bit of skill as well. Let's continuing on about Shin Tae-yong. We do know he hails from Korea. Is that an advantage for us if we do face South Korea, considering he's probably more familiar with their style of play?
Yeah, hopefully. But we never know, because and maybe otherwise we don't know, because Korea knows.
Oh, exactly. They know him as well. Okay, so it could be a double-edged sword, if you will. All right, we will obviously discuss this further as it gets closer to match day. But another big match that took place, aside from the AFC Under-20 Asian Cup, that I want to get your thoughts on, because you're very familiar with all of football, is the FA Cup match that is set. The final has been set now. Coventry City. We're very close in beating Manchester United, but they lost, and ultimately it will be the 2 Manchesters, City versus United, where in the semifinals, City defeated Chelsea 1-0, and it took a penalty shootout for United to beat Coventry. What do you think about this Manchester derby coming up in the FA Cup finals?
Okay, it's no surprise for Man City, because they won over Chelsea by 1-0, but Man United blew a 3-0 lead against Coventry.
Less than 20 minutes left, too.
Yes, who played in their first FA Cup semi-final since 1987.
Wow.
And you know, when Casemiro, the first penalty kick taker of Man United, about to shoot, and the commentator said, it's Champions League versus Championship. Because Casemiro won Champions League few times against Championship side. And this year final is the consecutive Manchester Derby final, because it happened last year, by 2-1 for City. Yeah,
so this is the first time they're going to meet consecutive teams at the same, these 2 same teams, I think in like 140 years or something like that. So we do know, when you look at the head-to-head, City has pulled ahead with 4 wins over the last 5 times that these 2 face each other. So obviously everyone thinks City has the upper hand. What do you think?
Me also. My team is Arsenal, so I know exactly
how good City is.
How good City is, and they had a heartbreak after eliminated from Champions League. So they can't get their back-to-back treble. But they're still, a favorite of winning the Premier League again by leading at the top with a game in hand. So maybe they want to get the double by winning this FA Cup. But for Man United, it's not that bad, because this season had many ups and downs. Well, not only this season, few seasons, previous few seasons, but they have been in 3 finals in 2 years.
That's true.
So yeah, not that bad for Erik ten Hag, because many people questioning the future of him ahead of the new owner's era.
Yeah, Ineos. So if they do somehow pull off the upset, is Ten Hag off the hot seat for a little bit at least?
Yeah. And last season they got a trophy at least,
yes.
Carabao Cup after win over Newcastle, and after winning FA Cup in 2016, Man United lost twice in the final.
Okay.
2018 against Chelsea and last season, so
right.
They will get more motivation.
Hopefully, and I do know, like for a lot of United fans, we have many of them in Indonesia.
Yeah.
For them, it's either EPL Championship or Champions League, right?
Yeah,
Neither of
that's
which
the trophy,
United's
so
going to get.
they can bracket to
yes.
Arsenal fans or Chelsea fans, you know.
To you.
Yeah.
So
to me.
Any weaknesses that you see from City? I mean, they have been ultimately, apart from the slip up in the Champions League, they've been one of the best teams in football. Do you see any weaknesses at all on City's side?
I can see they have injury concern.
Okay.
Yeah, not that fit like last season, because they lose the talisman Erling Haaland for a few games.
That's right.
And it affecting the team, and also if the player have to be left in the squad because of they got the suspension, just like Rodri or the defenders. So it's gonna affecting the team, and because this game, this game will take place at Wembley Stadium as usual after the last week of Premier League this season. So it's gonna affecting the game, I think. The final result for Man United and Man City at the end of the season.
Right.
So it's gonna affecting the game, I think.
Okay, we'll have to see how the rest of the season plays out first to get a better gauge. How about for United? What's it going to take for them? I mean, what are some of the strengths that they can rely on, apart from perhaps revenge from last year, for them to bank on to try to get this upset?
For Man United, pride. The pride of the city, because they used to call Man City fan as a noisy neighbor.
Right.
But for now, they are the noisy neighbor.
That's right. Okay.
So yeah, of course, by the history that they made and they built, they want to at least Man City can get the domination all over things. But when they face in the final, they have pride to be the best team in Manchester, at least for them.
All right, and pride is a big thing. It plays a big part. So let me get your thoughts on perhaps one key player for each squad. And of course, again, this depends on who's going to be healthy by that time. But let's just say that they do both have healthy squads. Who do you think are going to be the key players from each side?
Yeah, from Man City, it's easy to say it's Erling Haaland or Kevin De Bruyne. But for me, the most important piece in Pep Guardiola's team is Rodri. Because if Rodri can play, the City will, shaky, I think. And for Man United, it's kind of tricky, because sometimes it's Onana, sometimes it's maybe Kobe Maino. Oh, yeah, because but sometimes at the end of the game, the crucial moment, sometimes it's McTominay.
Yes.
But just don't play him from the start, because he's better off the bench.
Right. Yeah.
So super sub. And sometimes it's Maguire.
Yeah, could be.
So we don't know.
Well, again, that could play actually to the advantage of United. If it is unpredictable who's going to be the key player for them, it'll be harder for City to decide who's going to be who they're going to key in on. Exactly. So obviously, I'm going to assume that you're going to choose City to win this one.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think the scoreline is going to be?
But this is final. I don't think it's gonna a blowout. So maybe it's 2-0 or 2-1 for City.
Okay, all right.
It's the same.
I'll go with 1-0 for City then. Because I was going to go with 2-1, but if you take that, I'll take 1-0. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, just because it's a final.
Yeah,
all right.
Every final
It usually
like
is.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on here.
Yeah.
I look forward to talking to you in more times in the coming weeks because we hope to see Indonesia advance even further
Yes.
once we get to the knockout rounds, and we'd love to get your thoughts on those upcoming matches.
Thank you, Ross.
All right. Have yourself a great week, Jerry.
Yeah.
It's great to talk to you as always, but we do have to take another short break here on the program. But when we return, we have more updates just for you on the C Morning Show. Stay with us.